All right, good morning, everybody. Hopefully, we have a better signal than we did last Sunday. Good Lord. All right. Looks like we're going to be in our black sweaters. Boise going to be in the white. I did kind of think about just recording and then uploading later, no live stream, but we're going to try live streaming straight up. All right, how is it out there? I had 3 people, now I'm down to 1. That's making me wonder. The sound is terrible in here. I feel like that's. I was rewatching Sunday's game, and I noticed it was kind of not great, like the audio. Yep, we're in black. You know what that means. All right, I'm gonna mute. All right, welcome everybody. Portland Winterhawks in their black sweaters today. Boise Steelheads in their white. Doing the pregame warm-ups. Hopefully today's signal's better than last Sunday. It says that I got a pretty good connection according to my phone, so we'll see. Because I thought yesterday was pretty good at Sherwood, and then watched it last night, and there were a couple moments. Not very much, like seconds, like would like go away 2 or 3 seconds, and you're like, wait, what just happened? But nothing major. I guess that's just the nature of wireless technology. Well, this is, I guess, officially the final game of 2025 for these guys. Our next two games after this week, after today, would be a couple of away games in Tacoma at the Tacoma Twin Rinks against the Rockets. That rematch. That is the first weekend in January. And then the second weekend in January, the Hawks travel to Boise and play 2 against these Boise Steelheads and 2 against the Ogden Mustangs of Ogden, Utah. And then weekend number 3 in January, they're off to Vegas. I don't know who they're playing there yet. We haven't gotten a schedule. But exciting times if you're a 14U kid getting to do all this cool travel with their teams. I was trying to give Chet the back in my day, but I don't think he knows anything different other than travel hockey. Yeah, this is kind of a cool experience for 13 and 14-year-old, right? I'm happy for them. It's great. The connections that these guys have with each other just keep getting stronger and stronger every day. I love seeing it. It's a great bunch of kids. Very supportive of each other. All right. We're going to come out of the warm-ups here to get this party started. I'm going to mute here for a second, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, everybody. It's like they're starting off with the Miskovich at center. Cheddar on the right and Talbert on the left. It's an interesting line right here. I mean, Chet and Talbert have been together, but Miskovich, I think Chet was with Miskovich a couple ships in Canada. And the puck is dropped, and we're underway. Chet's in the mix. And we got, that would be offsides, I believe. So Haydendorf in there on defense with Colin Heim. Face off coming outside the blue line. Ethan Miskovich takes it, gets it over to Talbert. Dorf punches it down low. Here comes the pursuit of Talbert. Boise tries to get it up ahead and dumps back down. Boise gets to the puck. They try to get it to go forward. That comes over to Cheddar's side. Chet picks it up, dumps it in, and they change. Kept in. This one gets past Cornegie. Comes over to Heim's side. But Boise picks it up. And they get it into the Winterhawks end, but Cornegie's there, drops it back to the D, gets it ahead to Ewing. He skates with it. He's harassed. Skates around with it. Here comes Keenan. Shot, save, and pushed off into the corner. This one comes back out to the point, but taken away by Boise. Russell, Avery Van Paris in there with Quinn Houlihan on the defense. Picked up by the Hawks. Here comes Ewing. Got some speed. Tries to get by the defender. And he's checked. He's down on the ice. Slow to get up. And Boise picks up the puck. Ewing's going to come off the ice. Out comes Nissen. Russell Lavery Van Paris goes back for the puck. He surveys and gets it up the sideboards. And this one comes out to the neutral zone. Boise intercepts it and dumps it back down low. LVP gets it over to Nissen. Here comes a penalty coming to Boise. Cox tries to get it on goal, but that was deflected, and we've got a trip coming to the Steelheads. Portland going on the power play. It's won by the Winterhawks. Taken away by Boise, but kept in. Dorf's got it, and he's going to take a shot, blocked, and he checks him after the shot. Here comes Boise. They get it up the boards. Kept in by Cornegie. Cross ice pass, shot, and saved by the netminder. The Winterhawks putting on the pressure early. 13-15 left to play in the first period. Boise wins the faceoff out of the circle, and they try to clear it around the boards. Kept in by Dorf, but here comes Boise with the takeaway. Cornegie goes back, picks up the puck, and he gets it over to, that's Whitehead. Cross ice pass. Drops it back. Keenan tries to go through traffic and taken away by Boise. Cox is in the mix. Nope, this one gets put out to the neutral zone, and Cornegie's back there. And he gets it over to Dorf. Hollenheim brings it into the zone. Cornegie behind Cox. Cox circles around. This one goes off the glass. Keenan dumps it, and Boise's there. Kept in. Oh, and a hook. No call there. Heim gets checked. Backhand shot by Keenan. Dorf picks it up. in the corner. Nice drum. This one goes in front of the net. Here comes Cox around the back. Shot. That was by Keenan. This one comes out, and Cornegie has to go back and grab it. Boise makes the change, and penalty expires. And here come the Hawks. Back to even strength. Boise with a little run there. Holbrook had gotten onto the ice. They're waiting to get the other part of the line out as Keenan will change out for Nidoba. Avi, Sharp, Yablanka coming out on the defense with Dorf on the back end. Ethan Miskovich takes the faceoff. This one goes back to Sharp Yablanka and gets up to Holbrook. He dumps it down low behind the net. Boise retrieves it. Holbrook tries to take it away. This one comes back out to Lillebeck. This one goes behind Nidoba as Lillebeck dumps it down. Holbrook tries a shot. This one is backhanded by Nidoba, but goes deflected high over the net. Miskovich is back there. Holbrook with another try for the wraparound. And cleared by Boise. Icing called off. Boise retrieves the puck. And this one almost comes out, but kept in at the blue line. Miskovich is out there, and this one's taken away by Holbrook. He tries to make a move, and he's checked off the puck. And Boise picks it up. Nice job by the Winterhawks trying to take away the puck, and they do. This one comes out front to Russell. He dumps it back down low, and they'll change. Talbert is out there with Garrison, and this time it's Whitehead out there, yes. One comes over to Cheddar. Cheddar's checked off the puck. Go, Chet! Big hit in the corner. Chet with a hit of his own. This one comes out to Quinn Houlihan, and he misplays it. Boise with the takeaway. This one's going to come in on net. Saved by Casper. And this one's taken away. Garrison in there. Nice hit. But Boise picks it right back up. Enters the zone. Shot. Deflected. Taken away by Whitehead. This one goes ahead to Talbert. Garrison changes off for some fresh legs. 8:50 left to play in the first. 0-0. Shots in favor of the Winterhawks, 3-1. Boise enters the zone. They go down in the corner. There's a battle. Can't really see down in that corner. This one switches to the other side. Collenheim in pursuit. He's challenged. Puck is taken away by Boise. It's out front and cleared by, well, tried to be cleared, but Boise keeps it in. This one bounces behind the back of the net. And whistled as it's offsides. Gonna mute here, and we'll be back in a second. And we're back. Cornegie took the face-off. He's got Rylan Cox on the wing. And Rylan tried to get it past Cooper Nissen in there as well on a wing. And dumped in by Rylan Cox. This one's going to go around the boards. Cornegie's in pursuit. Dumps it back down. This one leaves the zone. And they're going to call sides. Colin tried to keep it in, but just missed. Face-off coming outside the zone. Cornegie takes the face-off. Drops it back to the defense. Avi Sharp-Yablanca. Nissen with the puck. He dumps it into Cornegie and taken away by Boise. Nissen's in there. He takes it away. This one goes into the bench for Boise, and faceoff will come out to the center, I think, center circle. Nope, just right outside the blue line. Cornegie takes the faceoff. Rylan Cox on the wing. It comes over to Rylan. Tried to get it over to Dorf. A little bit too hard to him, but he recovers. Tries to get it ahead. This one comes into the zone. Boise's there to pick it up, though, and they get it right back into the neutral zone. Winterhawks get on side, dump it in, but Boise's there again. Nissen. And Boise clears it. Avi Sharp-Yablanca has to go back and grab it. They go D to D. Tried to get it up the boards to Rylan. Scrum right in front of the penalty box. This one pops out. Keenan was there. But Boise dumps it in, and they'll change out. Here come the Winterhawks. This one comes out to the neutral zone. And the Winterhawks take possession. Dorf dumps it down into the corner. Miskovich in pursuit. He's got Keenan out there. Keenan comes in with a check. This one was picked up by Ewing, but it's taken away by Boise, and they come around the back of the net. Kept in by Lillebeck. And Boise recovers. Again, nice job by Ewing. Tried to get it to Miskovich, just got by his stick. Recovered by Boise, and again, taken away by Ewing. He gets it to Keenan. Keenan to Miskovich. Shot, saved by Boise. Kept in by Lillebeck. He dumps it down below the net. Boise's there. They try to clear it, and face off in the corner as it goes out of play into the netting. Winterhawks will change out the lines. Bringing out Whitehead with Lillebeck. And nope, they're bringing out Holbrook and Nodobak. This one's cleared by Boise. They get it out into the neutral zone and taken away by Nodobak. Holbrook is in there as well. Houlihan tries to get it to go forward. Holbrook with the puck, and he's taken off the puck. And Boise clears it. This one's coming all the way down. No icing. Portland plays the puck. And nice right into the middle, but Porter is a little bit hard off the stick. And Nadoba dumps it in. Porter with a nice hit there. Kept in. And this one is tipped. And out to the neutral zone, past LVP. Here comes Boise, shot and covered by Casper. 4:22 left to play. We're still knotted up at zeros. Winterhawks change up the lines. Garrison is in there with Talbert. Cornegie takes the faceoff. This one goes down in the corner. They're clumped. Talbert shifts to the front. And Garrison disrupts that. Nice job by Cheddar. as the puck came right into the lane. Chet said no. And this one is taken by the Winterhawks, taken away. It's Talbert. He's got Garrison on the wing. Go get it, Chet! And taken away by Boise. They get it out to the neutral zone. Winterhawks get on side. Talbert tries to dump it in, but Boise's there. Tries to get around Chet. So it comes back to the D. Cornegie is there. Look up. There we go. That's you, Chet. Not a very good pass there, but luckily, good D on the back end of that. Ooh, big hit. And a whistle. An elbow. And that is going to be on Cornegie. And he'll go to the sin bin. So Boise's first power play of the game. 3:17 left to play. Puck is dropped. Winterhawks got to kill this one. Nice job by the Hawks, and they get it out of the zone. It's in the neutral zone. Nadoba is in pursuit. They get it back in. Russell, Levy Van Paris goes to the corner to fish it out. Swings it over to Sharp Yablonka. To Nadoba. Kept in by Boise. And this one comes out into the neutral zone. Boise will have to come outside. And Boise. The Steelheads try to dump it back in. Sharp Yablonka is there, though. Going to get it over to... Oh! Gets it over to Ewing. And he's able to get it in the neutral zone. Here comes 55 for Boise. Had 2 goals yesterday for them. Shot. 1 minute left to the power play. Boise in control with the puck. 2:10 left to play in the first. Winterhawks trying to clear it and finally get it out to the neutral zone. Boise gets back on side to play. Here comes the rush. Shot saved by Casper. Sharp Yablonka down in the corner. This one comes over to LVP's side and he gets it out. And we got a fast break here. Nissen saved by Boise. Nice move by Cooper. But Boise was all over that, the netminder. And this one was saved by Casper. .138 left to play in the first. And we're back. Face-off won by the Hawks. Lillevec with the puck, but he's got lots of pressure on him. Loses an edge. Couple bodies down over there. Casper has to make a save. And lots of kids falling down over there. Very physical. Cornegie comes out of the box. We're back to even. Boise keeps it in. This one goes down into the corner. LVP is there. Or is that Dorf? That is Dorf. Hayden Dorf skates out, shot, tipped into the corner. Whitehead is there, avoids the hit. Scrum in the corner. Talbot emerges with the puck. This one comes out to Whitehead. Shot. Goes wide right. Talbot looking. Gets it over to Keenan. Out to the front, and that one is just missed. Played by the defense. Colin Heim is back there. Miskovich is out there at the center with Keenan. And Talbot still hasn't changed out. Colin Heim goes in for the hit. Another big hit behind the net by Boise on Miskovich. That'll do it for the first. After one, it's still knotted up at zeros. Bagels. Shots in favor of Boise, 7-6. Or should I say 6-7? All right, I'm going to mute, and we'll be back in a minute. Take a little break. All right, we're back. They have switched sides. And we're off. Levi Van Paris gets it up to Keenan. They get into the zone. Ewing goes over to fetch the puck out of the corner. Houlihan in there on defense as well with LVP. Ewing, Keenan, and Cornegie are the forwards. Whistled. Offsides. Cornegie to take the faceoff outside the blue line. Puck is dropped. Boise with possession. They dump it into the zone. LVP goes to pick it up. He's going to get it over to Houlihan. Ewing makes a nifty move, and he's taken off the puck. So LVP has to go back and fetch it. Houlihan to Ewing, and he gets it out of the zone to Cornegie. Taken away by Boise. And here come the Steelheads. Puck is loose in the neutral zone. Boise maintains possession. They dump it in. Houlihan with the puck goes behind the net to LVP. This one kept in by Boise. And Ewing gets it out into the neutral zone, but Boise dumps it right back in, and they change out. Houlihan surveys, gets it over to LVP, goes back to Houlihan, but gets past him to Keenan. And Holbrook is back out on the ice as the Winterhawks start to change. This one, that was a crazy shot right there. Laser. Winterhawks do get it out into the neutral zone. This one's going to come back. Icing on the Winterhawks. 14:07 left to play in the second. 0-0. Winterhawks change out the line. They bring in Dorf and Heim on the defense. Miskovich, Nadoba, and Holbrook in as the forwards. Face off, Miskovich. This one comes right to the netminder, Casper, and he makes the save and plays it. Dumped out of the zone by the Winterhawks. Boise goes back to retrieve it. Kept in by Holbrook. This one goes down into the corner. Nadoba's in pursuit. Comes Holbrook. tries for the takeaway. Shot by Nadoba. He's leveled when he after the shot. And Boise comes out of the zone. Here comes their attack right on net. And Casper picks it up, glove save, and plays it. With the puck, he goes up the boards. He's checked after dumping it in. And this one goes around the back of the net. Boise takes control, kept in by Holbrook. And this one trickles into the neutral zone. Nice defense there by Miskovich. And another shot on goal. Easy save for Casper. Hine gets it up the boards to Holbrook. And that one is just past the blue line. So offsides is called. Winterhawks will change out the lines. They'll bring out Garrison and Talbert. Whitehead playing center. Sharp Blanca and Cooper Lillebeck back on defense. Whitehead wins the draw, gets it over to Sharp Blanca, who gets it to Garrison. Garrison tries to get it to Whitehead. Here comes Porter down the middle. He's got Chet in the lane. Chet and Cheddar. Got it right back to Porter. And Winterhawks go up 1-0. Nice job by the Whitehead line there with Garrison and Talbert. Face-off goes to Boise. Garrison's over there. He's pushed off the puck. Here comes Porter. He just brought it outside the blue line as he was going back and forth with the puck, so offsides. Whitehead at the face-off. Garrison, Talbert still in on the wings. This one comes back to Sharp Blanca. Gets it ahead to Talbert. He's got some space. Garrison in the lane. Looking for the rebound. Garrison goes back to play it out front. Nice pass. This one comes out to Lillebeck. He skates around. Loses an edge. Taken away by Boise. Whitehead forces him out, and Sharp Blanca is there to be able to get it out into the neutral zone. And that's going to be offsides on Boise. 11:53 to play, 1-0 Winterhawks. Winterhawks change out the lines. They're going to bring in Rylan Cox with Cornegie and Nissen. Cornegie takes the faceoff. He emerges with the puck. He's great with the puck. Got some speed and great vision. Goes into the corner. He loses an edge. Nice hit there to finish. LVP shot and in the net. And LVP from the blue line. Russell Levy Van Paris, and the Winterhawks go up 2-0. Cornegie, the face-off. Puck is dropped. This one comes back to Houlihan, who gets it up to Nissen, but taken away by Boise. They enter the zone. Shot. Wide right. Kept in by Boise. Ryland hits. Big check on that. The back check there. Kept in by Boise. LVP goes to play it. Goes back to Houlihan. Houlihan to Nissen. Nissen gets it out to Cornegie. Taken away by Boise. And here they come. Taken away by Houlihan. Nice job. This one goes down the length of the ice. The Boise defense is there and plays the puck. Ryland, cross ice hit. Shot. And that one goes wide right. Kept in by the Winterhawks. They dump it down low. Nissen's down there. Just gets past the stick, and Boise grabs the puck. Kept in again by LVP. Ewing had entered the game. Shot. That was Keenan. And this one comes all the way down. And played by LVP. No icing. Heim in there as well on the D. Heim dumps it in. He's got Miskovich in the front, in the slot. This one comes out, and Boise gets it out of the zone. Played by Hayden Dorf. Dorf, he's got room. He goes, cuts to the middle. Oh, nice hit off the puck by Boise. This one goes down into the corner. There's a scrum down there. Keenan's in the middle of it, as is Dorf. This one's kept in by Heim. Big hit in front of the ref, but this one goes low. Ewing, he's knocked off the puck and covered by the netminder. 9:24 left of the second. 2-0 Winterhawks. The shots are even at nines. Winterhawks looking for a change in the lines. They got Nadoba, Holbrook, and Whitehead out there. Dorfenheim on the defense. Puck is dropped, goes around the back of the net. Dorf keeps it in, dumps it back down, takes a weird bounce up the boards, played by the netminder. And this one is taken by Boise. They dump it in the corner. Dorf is there. Big hit in the corner. Heim has to go over and help out. Here comes Nadoba. He gets it up to Whitehead. Whitehead's got space. And this one gets behind Heim, but he's able to reach back and clear it. Boise with the puck. They dump it in right to Hayden Dorf. Hayden's going to get it over to Holbrook, but taken away by the Steelheads. Oh, big hit on Porter Whitehead. He gets up slowly. And this one gets over to Dorf. Dorf dumps it off the boards. It's a race to the corner. This one goes around the back of the net. Trickles to the blue line, kept in, and dumped to the opposite side. Sharp Yablonka enters the game on defense with Lilivek. Garrison is out there as well. He's out in the slot, battling. Big scrum in the corner. Sharp Yablonka over to Lilivek. Garrison in front with traffic. And nice save by the netminder as Garrison takes a whack at it. Face-off coming to my left in the Winterhawks end. Good pressure. Cornegie in there with Talbert and Garrison. Garrison going to line up at the top of the circle this time. They can drop it back to him. He's got a shot out there. Garrison takes him off the puck. Nice work there by Cheddar. And Boise gets it to go forward. Taken away by Talbert. He gets it to Cornegie. Garrison's coming into the slot. Cornegie down into the corner. This one comes out front. And taken away by Boise. Nice job there by Sharp Yablonka to slow momentum. Puck is loose in the neutral zone. And here comes Talbert. He's going to dump it in. Garrison pursues. Goes down into the corner. Nice pass to Miskovich. He's got Cox out front and whistled as the netminder covers. Nice shift there by Garrison. He's going to change out. Rylan Cox out there with Cooper Nissen and Miskovich at the center spot. Again, they're lining up on top of the circle. Sharp Yablonka gets it over to Lilivec as they go D to D. He gets it up to Nissen. And that one's taken away by Boise. And this one's going to come back. Sharp Yablonka surveys, gets it over to Lilivec. Back to Sharp Yablonka. Tried to lift the pass over. And this one comes into the zone as Cooper tried to whack it. There's somebody open in the middle. Got to mark him. Lilivec. And Cox with a big hit in the corner. There's a scrum. The winner Miskovich. Spinorama to Nissen. And he's knocked off the puck. Here comes the Hawks shot. That was Rylan Cox shot. Goes wide, kept in. Puck is down in the corner. Another big hit there across ice. This one comes back out to Houlihan. Houlihan shot. Goes off to somebody's leg. I think it was Miskovich's. Into the corner. Boise takes it away and gets out of the zone, and they come into the neutral zone. Here comes the attack. Go around the defender. Backhand and taken off the puck. LVP with the puck. He's going to go around the back of the net to Houlihan. Houlihan up to Rylan. Rylan skates with the puck and dumps it in, and the Winterhawks will change out the lines. Taken away by Cornegie, who just entered the game. He's got Keenan and Ewing, but taken away by Boise. And this one is going to be offsides. 4:50 left to play in the second. 2-0 Winterhawks. Shots are in favor of the Winterhawks. 12-9. Cornegie taking the face-off. Ewing, Keenan on the wings. Boise dumps it in. This one's going to have to be played by Casper. Gets it over to LVP. He gets it out of the zone. And offsides as they try to enter quickly. Face-off coming outside the blue line. 4:40 left to play in the second. Cornegie coming into the face-off circle. Face-off's dropped. Ewing emerges with the puck, tries to get it forward, but Boise's going to take it away. Ewing comes back out with the puck, enters the zone, drops it back to Houlihan, who keeps it in. Shot, save. This one goes into the corner. They go around the back of the net. Boise maintains possession, taken away by the Hawks. Kept in. LVP backhanded into the front. And Boise gets the puck, and out they come. Nice pass, just gets past his stick. LVP goes back for it. They go around the back of the net. Houlihan to Ewing. He's hit. Puck stays into the zone. Cornegie drops it back to Houlihan, and they get it out. Cornegie has hit up the ice off of, so no icing. Winterhawks change the lines out. Dorf has the puck. He's going to skate in. Shot and saved by the netminder. Winterhawks changed. We're in the midst of a change. I was a little nervous they would get caught with too many men out there, but Whitehead at the circle. He's got Nadoba and Holbrook on the wings. This one comes to the opposite side of the ice. Heim is there, gets a shot on, goes wide right. This one goes down into the corner. Winterhawks skate out, back out to the point to Heim. Shot does not get through. And he ties up the skater for Boise. I think that's going to be offsides. Face-off coming outside the zone. Whitehead taking the face-off. Puck is dropped. Boise with possession. They dump it over, and this one enters the zone cleanly. Big scrum at the blue line. It pops back out into the neutral zone. Here comes Holbrook. Holbrook rounds the corner, tries to get it out front to Whitehead. 2:40 left to play in the second. Shot by Dorf, and this one is tipped into the netting. So face off. 2:36 left to play in the second. 2-0 Winterhawks. Whitehead takes the face off. Puck is loose, goes into the corner. Boise tries to get it out, and they do. Whitehead keeps it from going forward, and Holbrook dumps it into the Boise zone. Winterhawks trying to change. Miskovich had come out on the ice. Here comes the attack of Boise. And broken up. Nadova skates over to the puck. This one comes out to the point. And this one takes a weird bounce off the boards. Time is there. Nice job by Holbrook. Kept in by Boise. This one goes around the back of the net. Challenge. Nadova gets it. Oh, saved by the Steelheads as they keep it in. And a shot on goal saved by Casper. Garrison and Talbert enter the game with Miskovich at the dot. Defensive formation for the face-off. And this one controlled by Boise. Nice job by Talbert. And taken away by the Steelheads. Comes Boise. Chet takes it away from them. Gets it over to Miskovich. Nice job, Chet. But drops it back to Sharp Blanca. And Talbert loses an edge. Boise picks it up. Shot tipped into the corner. Garrison joins the scrum. Lillevec tries to get it over to Garrison. Comes out front. Boise. Shot. Saved by Casper. Garrison down in there too with Lillevec. Boise with the puck. Puck is out in front of the net. Lillevec to get that out of the zone, but this one comes right back in. Lillevec's got to get back. Gets it over to Sharp. Go, Chet, skate. Get in that slot. This one comes over to Chet, but taken away by Boise. To get around a defender, Cornegie is down there. Shot saved by Casper. With 1 second left. Nice job, Paxson. Winterhawks change out the lines with 1 second left. Those boys retired. Cornegie taking the puck drop, and that'll do it for the second. After 2, Winterhawks up 2-0. Shots in favor of the Hawks just by 1 shot. Shots are 14-13 with Winterhawks up on that. Close game. We're going to take a little 1-minute break. We'll be back in a sec. And we're back for the third and final period of the game. Puck is dropped. This one's going to come back into the Winterhawks end. Houlihan goes back to it, gets it over to LVP. Russell tries to get it up the boards. Boise with the pressure, keeps it in. Glove saved by Casper. Shot was from the blue line. Kind of a skipper along the ice. Face off coming to my right. Winterhawks with the puck. Go around the back of the net. And Nissen was there. He went down. Boise keeps it in. Middle. And saved. But the rebound is put into the back of the net, I think. I think that was a goal. I think. And yeah, it looks like. So the Steelheads get on the board. Three quick shots by Boise, and one of them gets in the back. It's 2-1 Winterhawks. They cut the lead in half. 15-18 left to play. Puck is in the neutral zone. Squirts out to the middle. Cornegie tried to get it up to Cox. LVP. And this one's dumped in, but dumped right back out by Boise. Houlihan is there. He's going to go off the boards to Nissen. Taken away by the Steelheads. Comes Boise. Nissen tries for the hit. The scrum against the boards. Nissen and Cornegie in there. And the Winterhawks emerge with the puck, but taken away. And this one is offsides with 14:27 left. Face off outside the blue zone or blue line. And nice save by Casper. Boise keeps it in, but right to. Nice hit there by Heim to take him off the puck. Here comes the Winterhawks trying to get it out of the zone. Puck is along the boards. The scrum is happening. Can't really see down there, but puck comes out. And here come the Winterhawks. This one gets ahead to Whitehead. Nice job. Shot. Puck is loose in front of the net, but Boise sees the puck. This one is going to be saved by Casper. Another shot in front. And a block, or attempted block, but a swing and a miss on Boise. And a scramble to the puck. Boise gets to it and clears it out the zone. Nice job, and this one does come into the neutral zone. Boise has to clear. They dump it and change out the lines. Winterhawks trying to get it out of the zone. This one comes over to Holbrook, and he does get it into the neutral zone. Boise corrals it. They dump it back into the Winterhawks end. Holbrook gets to it, goes back to the other corner. This one, they tried to switch sides again. Miskovich was in there. Holbrook gets pushed off the puck. Shot from the point. And whistled. As I believe it went into the netting. I'm not sure. Winterhawks will change out the defense. Miskovic staying in there. Avi Sharp Yablonka came in. Holbrook and Nadoba out there on the wings. And that's whistled as the door opens in the corner there. Boise changes out their D. Coach brings the players over for a quick impromptu time. They're going to come over and drop the puck, though. They don't get to the circle. Miskovic drops the puck. This one comes out to Boise, a skipper off the side of the net and into the corner. Winterhawks battle down low. Boise tries to get it out front, but taken away by the Winterhawks. It's Nadoba, and he's the puck. 11:56 left to play. Boise retains possession. And here comes the Steelhead rush. Nice job there to slow momentum there. Puck is loose, comes into the Boise end. Pursued by Nadoba. So comes to the other side. Cornegie just got on the ice, gets to it first. This one does get out to the neutral zone. Garrison is out there. He puts some bodies on. This one comes to the middle. Cornegie tried to go for a steal there maybe. And shot saved by Casper. Garrison tries to get in there. Puck goes forward. Scrum in the side. Cornegie gets it back up to Talbert. This one's dumped back in by Boise. Lulevec gets it over to... This one comes out to Talbert and taken away by Boise. Lulevec has to go back. Shot goes around the net and out of the zone as it's on its side and rolls. Garrison's in pursuit. And this one is missed. And this one comes all the way back. Played by the Winterhawks. And that one was tried to get to Chet. Chet's going to come off. Head on there. LVP gets it down to Whitehead. Back out to LVP. Shot and a save by the netminder with 10:02 left. 2-1 Portland. Winterhawks trying to hang on here. Maybe look for some insurance. Boise shooting the puck in the third period. 22 shots on goal. And that was up from, I believe, 14. So Winterhawks gotta nail some defense down here. Get some offense going. Here comes the Boise attack out front. And that one's spoiled by Casper. Up to the point, shot blocked by Cox as it goes into the corner. Out to the blue line to Boise. Nifty move there, shot, and into the netting. 9:34 left to play the third. 2-1 Portland. Winterhawks with only one shot on goal this period. Playing mostly defense in their own end. Puck is dropped. Whitehead wins the faceoff. Comes out around the boards. Nice job by the Winterhawks. Here comes Nissen. And he is whacked on the side, but gets right back up. Tries to get it in front. Cox wasn't ready. And this one is going to be called offsides. And Ryland with a big check. As this one comes outside the zone. Winterhawks change out the line. They get Ewing out there with Keenan. Cornegie taking the face-off. This one comes back to Houlihan. Spinorama to Keenan. He dumps it in, back behind the net. 9 minutes left to play. Cornegie pursues. Ewing's down there and hits him off the puck. But Boise maintains possession and they get it out. And nice job of Ewing getting back on side as it's dumped below. This one deflects off Keenan and out into the neutral zone. BP plays it. They get back on side. Nice puck movement by the Hawks. They dump it in. Boise's there. Nice block there by Cornegie. Keenan picks it up. He's hit off the puck. And this one is picked up by Boise. They go around the back of the net. And kept in. Shot. Nice save by Boise. Oh, and that one just gets over Quinn's stick. But nice job maintaining focus. Here comes Keenan. Goes to the middle. Shot. Save. 7:56. Winterhawks with the pressure this time. 7:56 left to play of the game. 2-1 Portland. Miskovich with the drop at the circle. This one comes out to the D. And Dorf with a shot. Nadoba tried to sneak it in the corner. Puck is still live. This one comes out front. And Boise lifts it into the neutral zone and avoids a big momentum changer there. Here comes. Oh, nice job. That was Holbrook to Nadoba and just spoiled by the Boise defense. Kept in by Nadoba. Comes out to Heim. Winterhawks have to clear. That's Dorf. He gets it in, but the D and Boise back there, and they dump it right back out. Nadoba. Nice individual effort there by Boise, but this one's dumped back out in the neutral zone, and that's going to be offsides. 6:56 left to play in the game. Whitehead is coming out with Garrison and Talbert. Face-off coming down to the blue line outside of the Boise end. Face-off comes to the Winterhawks. Go, skate, boys. Get in there, go. This one comes around the boards. Kept in by Talbert. This one's kicked out, and Boise gets it out. Here comes the Boise attack. Tries to dangle, taking off the puck. And the Winterhawks get it back out, but punched right back in by Boise. Casper plays it to Heim. Heim tries to get it over to Garrison. Behind him, though. Boise jumps on the puck. This one's going to go back behind our net. Boise's there. Shot. And the Winterhawks retain possession. Heim tries to get it around the boards. And they get it out to Talbert, who got it to Whitehead. Here comes a penalty. And another hit in the front. Winterhawks are going to go on the power play. Boarding or interference, one of those. 5:50 left to play. Setting penalties, looks like. I think Whitehead is going to the box. They're trying to sort it out. Puck is dropped. Still even strength. They've got Rylan Cox in there with Cooper Nissen and Jackson Cornegie. One comes around. Cooper tries to reverse direction. Nobody on that side. So Boise picks it up. Rylan keeps it in. Boise picks it up. They go off the boards. Nicely done by Sharp Yablonka to keep that in. Shot. And another shot. That was Cox and then Nissen. Boise with the puck. They get out of the zone. But Boise enters. Shot over the top of the net. 5 minutes left to play in the third. Scrum behind the net. Boise gets to the puck. And nice job by the Winterhawks to get it out into the neutral zone. Rylan Cox was taken down. Here comes Cornegie, but he's knocked off the puck. Kept in. Cox back to Cornegie. Shot. Saved. Sharp LeBlanca gets his stick on it. Nice job by Avi to slow down that. Boise changes their lines. Lilivec goes back for the puck. And knocked away by Boise. And here they come. Shot. High over the net. Off the glass into the corner. And Winterhawks get it into the neutral zone. Ewing entered the ice with Keenan and Miskovich. They battle in the front. Keenan with the puck. Many bodies over there as they try to get it out. 3:40 left to play. This one goes around the back of the net. Winterhawks trying to get it out of the zone. Kept in by Boise. And saved by Casper. Glove save. 3:30 left to play. Offsetting penalties coming off the board for Whitehead. Served 2 minutes for roughing. Cornegie at the dot took the face-off. Holbrook and Nadoba in there for forwards. And this one is dumped back out into the neutral zone and into the Boise end. Here comes Nadoba. He's got 2 on him. This one's going to go into the corner. Holbrook in pursuit. Cornegie joins the scrum. This one comes out. Houlihan and LVP back on the defense. 2:55 left. The score is still 2-1 Portland. Portland trying to hold on. And nice job by Nadoba to get it over to Cornegie, but foiled by Boise. And nice takeaway there by Russ to slow momentum again. Boise picks it back up, enters the zone. This one's coming right to Casper. Puck is loose. Couple of big saves. Garrison is back in there with Holbrook and whistled, as I believe a penalty is coming maybe? I don't know. Or did it just go up in the netting? Might just be having a face-off. The puck went into the netting, I believe. Nope. It's going to be a Winterhawks penalty with 2:13 left. And I think that is on Cornegie. It is. So Winterhawks are going to be shorthanded here, only being up by 1. Shots are in favor of Boise this time, 25-20, as they have been putting a lot of shots on net this period. 11 shots on net, I believe, this period alone. Going to take a little break while the timeout is happening. We'll be back in a minute. All right. Portland's going to have to kill this pretty much for the rest of the game for it to be successful. 2:13 left. Puck is dropped. Boise out of the faceoff, shot to the point, and snuffed out by Casper. Nice work there by the Hawks defense. Faceoff coming to my left. Comes the faceoff. Boise to the top again. They try to get it through. Blocked by Holbrook. And this one is played. Boise pulls their goalie. It's 6-on-4. Open net. Winterhawks have to be careful not to get... And that's going to be offsides. 1:41 left to play. And there is an open net right there. They're going to send the goalie back in on the base, but he's going to position himself to exit as quickly as he can for the extra attacker. Holbrook tried to get it into the zone, but picked up by Boise. Taken away by the Hawks. They're going to clear it. Oh, oh, that thing almost had eyes. So icing on the Winterhawks with 1:24 left. Boise will keep the goalie out of the net in favor of the extra attacker. It's a 6-on-4 as Jackson Cornegie is serving a 2-minute penalty. 1:24 left to play. 2-1 Winterhawks. This one comes out to the point. Shot. Puck is loose. LVP. Here it comes. Just misses. Icing with 1:13 left. Whitehead will take the face-off. Puck is dropped. This one comes out to the point again. They go D to D. Skates around, shot. Casper with a save, another save. 2 big saves by the netminder, Paxton Casper. Boise skates around. They try to pick it off. Still with possession. 51 seconds left. Winterhawks try to get it out of the zone. And they do. Brought back in by Boise. 35 seconds left. This one comes around the back of the net. Shot. Oh! 30 seconds left. Dorf just misses by inches on the open net. So the faceoff has to come back down into the Winterhawks end as it's an icing. 17 seconds left to the penalty. Winterhawks desperately trying to kill this penalty. 6-on-4 as the goalie is pulled for Boise. And Holbrook gets thrown out of the circle. And Winterhawks win the faceoff. They try to clear it. Boise keeps it in. This one comes out front. Up. 6 seconds left of the penalty. Here it comes. Shot. Oh, 5 seconds. And that does it. The Winterhawks end the 2025 calendar year with a win over Boise, a close one, 2-1. Being outshot 28-20 by Boise. And the Winterhawks find a way. What an exciting finish. Well played by Boise as well. 2 really great competitive games this weekend with the Steelheads. We look forward to seeing them again in January. Second weekend, we'll be at their house. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Appreciate the support. Thanks to all the volunteer parents that volunteered in the penalty box and scored, the scorers table. And happy holidays to everybody. A safe and happy holiday to everyone, our Winterhawks families, and a happy new year to y'all. And we'll see you back the first weekend in January against Tacoma, up at the Twin Rinks with a pair against them. That's it for me, Cheddar Senior, signing off. Final score, Winterhawks 2, Boise Steelheads 1.